All right, man. Floyd Mayweather saying that Shakur, Stevenson, and Devin Haney should fight each other because they're at top rank and don't worry about Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, I told y'all, man, this is the reason why I don't really care for Premier Boxing Champions. All right, y'all want to know why they move the way they move and why boxing is the way they move, the way it is. Look no further than Floyd Mayweather Jr. Look no further than Floyd Mayweather Jr. You know, look no further than Floyd Mayweather Jr. Because then, if you listen to his talking points, you listen to their philosophy, it's a direct correlation on what fans are repeating. It's no translation needed. There's no wordplay needed. There's no nothing needed. You know what I'm saying? Everybody feel like Floyd Mayweather the greatest. People who really know boxing know that it ain't true. And people that really know boxing know he destroyed boxing. Everybody know that. They can get out here and they can pick and choose and they can, make their memes and make dumb sticking points and find people to pick against whoop-de-whoop, but it don't really matter. Because at the end of the day, he's directly, impacting boxing. His philosophy, his actions and his philosophy and his words, they all go hand in hand. Well, since Top Rank got all them people, why Shakur and Devin don't fight each other? For one, nigga, they in two different weight classes. For one, they in two different weight classes. Then they like to deflect, man. It's like, it's like a cornball in the street. And long as Tank with us, me and Al Heyman, he will forever always be good and living good. Like, I don't care about how he living. That's the problem. That's the problem. You started all this flashing money and you started all this, all y'all on the wrong side of the street, nigga. Y'all dying a real quick death. Y'all dying a real quick death. Y'all want to know why boxing is the way it is? Look at Peanut Head. The same Peanut Head that said the black people didn't help get to where he was at, that the Mexicans helped get to where he at. Fine. Y'all want to know why Crawford and Spence ain't done? They ain't going to butt break Terrence Crawford. Crawford ain't going to go over there till the money is right. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be talking about, who a raccoon, this, that. Them niggas, the real raccoons over there, they show it every day. They show it every day. You want to know why boxing the way it is, Mister? I'm the biggest thing in boxing. I'm TBE, the best ever, all that type of stuff. Look no further than what he's saying and what his action was. We talking about real competition, real fight. This nigga, oh man, leave Tank alone, man. Don't worry about Tank, man. He always gonna be living good. Not, oh man, we got a plan for him to fight the best. We got a pinky in the brain plan, me and Al, for him to take over the boxing world. No, not that, bro. It's a direct reflection on why Floyd ain't nowhere near the greatest of all time, man. He didn't fight niggas. Keep telling y'all that, bro. He did not fight top brother. And every time he fought a brother, on the top level, it was trouble for the most part. He don't believe in that shit, man. Well, Tank, they're not gonna buy a fight anyway, Tank. We're gonna keep appealing to the Spanish and Latino community. And when Canelo on his way out, we're gonna put you in there with Canelo. And like I said before, man, miss me with all that black power shit, man. All these dudes like P. Diddy and Floyd be speaking this black power shit, but they actually say something else, dude. That's why you don't put niggas like that on a pedestal, bro. You don't put entertainers on the pedestal or athletes. Then he gets in an interview and start talking. Well, that's why I'm able to rob the bank. I got 3 exhibitions still lined up, and like nigga, that's corny to even be flexing, nigga. Like nigga, you literally don't have a retirement plan, bro. You still fighting. That's like somebody retiring from the steel mill and going back to the fucking steel mill for what? If I'm gonna do a retirement job, I'm gonna be a greeter at Walmart just to keep some of my brain sharp and keep me active. I'm gonna launch my own business. If your investment's so smart, nigga, why you still fighting, nigga? You know what I'm saying? I don't like him. I ain't gonna lie to him. Lie to you, bro. I had to see the light on Floyd Mayweather. When they picking on Tank and that just lets you know their philosophy on boxing, bro. It ain't tough fights, and that's why they lose. They bleed money. That's why Mr. Exhibition got to keep fucking coming back. They refuse to make the best fights, even on their side of the street. They refuse to. They refuse to make the best fights on their side of the street, nigga. They refuse to do so. And they don't want to make no big fights. You know, Will, what they need Tank? Y'all keep saying Tank the biggest, Tank the best, Tank this. Man, niggas want to fight the best. These young dudes really want to be cat pillars. They really want to be cat pillars, bro. And you got people out here who we got the fanboy channels growing by the day. Well, you know, these niggas just want to fight Tank because they just want a paycheck. Like, nigga, you act like he Mayweather. That check ain't hitting like that. Trust me, bro. That check ain't for lower weight class is cool. At welterweight, nigga, come on. That check ain't really hitting like that. Because if it was, that nigga wouldn't have 2 open cases. The bitches be shut. You know what I'm saying? The motherfucker be shut. He ain't really bringing money in. Devin really get money. You know what I'm saying? That's what we can say. Eddie Hearn was really cashing out Devin. And Devin, if he gonna fight Camboso, he gonna get a nice paycheck again. He fight Lomachenko, he gonna get a big paycheck. Something that Gervonta Tank Davis ain't never willing to do. You know, and I'm talking about how the nigga struggle versus Rolly, for God's sake. You see, Floyd, Shakur, and Devin Haney need to fight since Floyd Mayweather don't worry about Tank. Well, he wants you the one that was mad at Tank. He said, well, you know, the media trying to drop a wedge between me and Tank. It's always about, nigga, it ain't about you no more, dude. Once you start boxing, your little 5-foot ass don't matter, bro. He said Shakur Stevenson, a hell of a fighter. Devin is a hell of a fighter, said Floyd Mayweather. The fight hype. He said if Top Rank has Devin Haney and Shakur, then they need to fight each other. Don't worry about Tank. Well, they're 2 different weight classes, bro. But what do we expect? Somebody that ran from Gary Russell, dude. What he told Gary Russell, you making Tank look bad. Gary said, man, get the fuck out of my face, man. Don't call my phone with that, bro. Like I said before, dude, hella receipts. That's why I mess with Gary Russell, bro. No nonsense type of dude, bro. He said, oh, Floyd, man, get the fuck out of my face, man. What is you talking about? Stop picking on Tank. You making Tank look bad, man. I'm telling you, dude. Oh my God, this boxing is just. Let me be quiet. Mayweather isn't taking any favors by keeping him from fighting only house fights against Floyd, Rolly, Leo Santa Cruz, and Yorkis Gamboa. Quote: everybody's saying Tank is not this, not that. Said Mayweather. Tank don't have this belt. He don't have that belt. If that's true, then guess what? Don't worry about Tank. Let Tank keep doing what he's been doing. At the end of the day, that's not what the business that we in. That's not the sport that we in. That's like LeBron James telling the Golden State Warriors, man, like, man, y'all stay over there. Y'all run the West. We go run the East, and we just be like, you know, co-champions. You know, no, it don't work like that, bro. I'm telling y'all, this is how Mayweather moved. He was a pussy. I'm sorry. This is how Mayweather really moved, bro. He not only did he fight like a pussy when he came PBE, Money Mayweather and TBE. This is how he thought, bro. That's why he ran from Antonio Margarito before the gloves. That's why he retired when the division was Miguel Cotto in his prime at 47, Joshua Clottey, Paul Williams, Manny Pacquiao. This nigga retired and then got mad when people put Pacquiao number 1. You literally retired because you were scared to take an ass whooping. He wasn't that great, bro. I keep telling y'all that. Nigga ran from Paul Williams. Ran from Prime Pacquiao, started demanding testing out the blue. Now, you didn't demand testing for nobody before Manny Pacquiao, my nigga. Like, when he came up, you ain't say, well, you know, Baltimore, take this test. Chop, take this Olympic-style test. They said, well, I'm the innovator in Olympic-style drug testing. And then, word on the street is that you ain't even no clean fighter, allegedly. So, I mean, well, they can keep writing and hating on me because of Tank. And nah, man, you a buster. You a buster. You get mad at Tank, nigga. You wanna say call out Lomachenko and stuff. Come on. He said Tank don't have to worry about nothing. As long as Tank is with Floyd Mayweather, Al Heyman, Tank is always going to live good. He'll be okay. What happened if he don't? He ain't with y'all no more. What happened if the company fold? Man, who the hell care how Tank living, nigga? This ain't MTV Cribs. Who care about how Tank living? Nigga, we just want to see him fight somebody, bro. And anybody against him fighting the other top opposition in his weight class, I really, like, you a buster, bro. You ain't no real boxing fan, bro. You ain't even no casual fan, because casuals want to see the biggest and best fights. Because casuals want to see the biggest and the best fights. That's what they want to see. And y'all can't even deliver the biggest and the best fights. Y'all bleed money at an alarming rate, overpaying dudes not to go to other companies and not to fight other fighters and stuff of that nature. Come on. How does that work? When did any fan, entry level fan, casual fan, hardcore fan, historian, whatever you want to say, Hall of Fame fan, you know, when did all types of fans, even fans that have no interest in boxing, stop wanting to see the best in the premier fights? When did that happen in the sport? And you got a lot of these fans, these fake fans advocating against, don't know nothing about boxing, giving they 2 cents, starting platforms, starting Twitters, and they giving they 2 cents, on something they don't know nothing about. And what's the most alarming thing about boxing? They want to know why it's a niche sport and why it ain't growing, and why the UFC is by far the better sport. It's because when did y'all stop demanding and stop getting the best fights? When we start defending, fighters from fighting the best? Guys that's claimed to be quote unquote one of the best, quote unquote the cash cows of their division. That talk shit and say, well, quote unquote, I could beat this guy and that guy, never held accountable in doing it. When do we start holding these fighters accountable to their fiduciary duty to the fans and fighting the best? Not every time out. And on top of that, and their activity rate is trash. So every time out, you should. If you only fight once, twice a year, you should fight the best fighter available until you get a mandatory. If it's a weight class above, in your weight class or below, coming up. When did we stop holding these jokers accountable? Trying to tell y'all, bro, y'all ass backwards. But then again, that's just the life thing. Like, y'all literally wearing purses, dude. Jermell Charlo had a whole fucking purse on, dude. You supposed to be one of the baddest motherfuckers in boxing. You supposed to be the baddest motherfucker in boxing. Then these dudes, they don't want to fight nobody. That's what Floyd was about. Picking and choosing his opponents. Once he beat Oscar, that's what it was about. And running for Manny Pacquiao. Oh God. You know what I'm saying? And now he's doing Tank the same tactics. But Tank ain't clocking the same money, never will, because he ain't that welterweight or above. But he said if Tank were under Undisputed the night that he won them, I'd tell him you give the three of them back. So why should you be paying sanction fees for 4 belts? Like I said before, if Tank ever fight for Undisputed, nigga, I would be surprised. I would be surprised. Like, he can't even fight for one real belt. He only won the IBF. That's the only belt I recognize that he won. They can say he won the Super WBO belt at 130, but you strip the real champion and give it to Tank to win it. He won it fighting a guy coming off a loss and coming up. So no, I don't respect it. Ain't nowhere in boxing say I gotta respect it. I don't respect it. I'm sorry, I don't respect it. So my book, he won one real belt. That's it. Let's finish. He said if Top Rank has the top fighters that make the big fights, I don't know one thing. I do know one thing. Gervonta Davis is getting paid like a mother effer. One thing about Gervonta, he's with Floyd Mayweather and he's getting paid. Said Mayweather. So was Devin Haney, nigga. So is Shakur Stevenson. I don't see that nigga out here on the side of the road begging for money, nigga. So is he. All these young niggas getting paid. That's the crazy thing about it. He like Tank, the only one that's cashing checks. You know, if Top Rank has the top fighters that make the big, we've been asking PBC to do that. He said Top Rank got the biggest top fighters that make the big fight. Well, dude, y'all got some of the top fighters in boxing, and y'all refuse to make the big fights. Y'all refuse to make the big fights. Come on. Come on. Y'all refuse. How you gonna tell another company that make the big fights and y'all don't make none of them, bro? All y'all fights be small. And the ones that do be big, it'd be in conjunction with somebody else like Fury and Wilder, too. That's the only big fight they ever done. Didn't it do like over 700, 800,000? You know? Come on. Come on. And you know, it was in conjunction with Canelo coming over, Manny Pacquiao. That's it. They original, you know, them doing fights head up, man. Sean Porter and Earl did like 200. If that, I don't even think it did 200. They said it did some other number. And they came out 24 hours, less than 24 hours in a fight. That's not true. That's not true. Telling y'all, they don't have no big fights. Outside of Mayweather, his exhibitions, nobody care about you fighting Don Moore and Logan Paul. Well, nobody showed up to that shit. That was in another lawsuit. That was in another lawsuit. And buying and reselling tickets, and they wasn't giving people the return. They was promised they invested into that fight and bought and resold tickets because nobody cared about Floyd. And in boxing, they don't care about nothing. They don't care about no boxing, no damn Miami, nigga. Don't Floyd remember last time he fought Miami? Ain't nobody show up and his 140-pound debut, one of his early 140-pound fights. Y'all be sitting here talking. Y'all be sitting here regurgitating what he's saying. And that's why boxing's so messed up. If y'all realize they made the big fights, y'all held them accountable and stopped defending these niggas, boxing would be so much better. Boxing to be on, it'd be a good sport. And right now in America, right now ain't no sport really thriving because every sport becoming a beta male sport, even boxing. Boxing becoming that without any real rule changes, without any real modifications. It's becoming that because y'all scared to fight each other. So, like I said before, man, this is, Top Rank should go make the big fights. Why y'all ain't never make the big fights? All the big fights y'all let fall through. I'll be glad, bro. I'll be glad when Viacom wake up and get rid of Showtime, or get rid of boxing and follow HBO. I'll be glad when they cook Al Heyman ass to the curb. I'll be glad, bro. I'll be laughing. And then on his knuckles streaming from Facebook Live, his fights, he still won't make the big fights. Get him the hell up out of boxing. Like I said before, he ain't getting my money no more. Period. After Crawford and Spence fight, I mean, if they fight, right now, you want to keep faith. You know what I'm saying? But man, I might not pay for that shit, to be honest with y'all, dude. I might not pay for that shit. If that shit don't happen in a timely fashion, I probably won't pay for that shit, bro. I don't mind paying for it, but at this point, man, I just don't like the blueprint PBC running, bro. And Bob Arum really was the hater that really start kind of, well, Al Haim was doing that. He came in the game doing that. I can't even say that. He came in the game hating. He came in the game hating. I mean, he came in the game overpaying his fighters. So I can't even continue to blame Bob for that. But that is what it is. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Financially, want to support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, the whole nine. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you think. Comment section. Peace.